Since the very early days of the war, Canada has pledged support for Ukraine, announcing sanctions, pledging military aid as well. A continuation of Operation Unifier that began back in 2015. That's part of a training mission and part of Canada's efforts to assist Ukrainian soldiers, preparing them for the modern battlefield techniques, and doing so right now in the United Kingdom. That's where our senior correspondent Susan Ormiston is this morning. She's at a British military training facility in Kent, England. She's been watching exercises, which I'm hearing, I don't know, vaguely in the background might be going on right now. Susan, what's happening?
Indeed, this is what's called urban warfare, and this is the next generation of Ukrainian soldiers being trained here in southern England by the Brits, Canadians, and the Ukrainians. You can see them. They're going house to house practicing. Imagine Bucha or Irpin or Mariupol. This is the type of very complex situations they're going to be finding themselves in. This is a very short training exercise, series of 5 weeks. What struck me about these recruits is many of them just joined the military. We're going into the second year, the second generation, as I mentioned. One I spoke to today, a 26-year-old graphic designer from southern Ukraine, just picked up a rifle for the first time a few weeks ago, and he's trying to learn basic infantry skills here. The Canadians are also doing some range training at another area, and there are various training facilities like this in England, in Poland, and in Germany as they try to make these soldiers as lethal as possible in as short amount of time. 5 weeks, not very long, Heather.
I mean, this is extraordinary to witness this going on right behind you, Susan, as we see exactly the role that Canadian soldiers are playing in training. Anytime you want to break away and show me more what's happening, certainly do so. But listen, as that's going on, okay. You can see I mean, this is the type of thing that they are going to face in short order when they go back to Ukraine. And I spoke to them this morning about how they feel about this 1-year somber anniversary. There was a sunrise service with a Canadian chaplain and a British padre marking this, praying for peace. And of course, they told me that they're motivated to defend their country, but they're also worried about their family back home in Ukraine today, and some of them outside in Poland, refugees all around Europe and in Canada as well. And, this young man I spoke to said that his friend was captured in the spring, and he felt he had to now wrap up his graphic design business and come and do this. So it's a very intense, urgent experience here. And as you say, part of Operation Unifier, which has been going on for years, but really ramped up in 2022 with this kind of ongoing rotation of soldiers here in England and elsewhere, Heather. Shall we stop and listen to one of the Canadians to whom you spoke about that, the Canadian pride, the Canadian role in all of this? We do have some tape, Susan. Let's listen to that together, and then I'll come back to you. Thanks.
It's an honor to see the way that they have taken on the training that these Canadian soldiers have offered them, and to see from day one of their training till now the way that they have really worked hard to understand and pick up some of the skills that they didn't have before coming here, and to return back better able to support and defend their homeland. That is a privilege and an honor.
So, strong comments from the Canadians having a role in the scene that we are looking at behind you, Susan, as they send them back. That short 5-week, that intense training before they return to take up their military roles in Ukraine. Anything before I let you go live, just before another check-in at what's going on, Susan?
Yeah, I just think, worthwhile to remember there are 170 Canadians here doing this type of work. Language is a challenge because it's mostly Ukrainian-speaking soldiers and, of course, English. The translation is difficult. But what I heard a lot of was that these Ukrainian soldiers, these recruits who have just joined the military, are extremely motivated to defend their country and to end this war. Hopefully, as Zelensky said, within the next year.
2023 will be the year of our victory, was his message as I read his social media post to Ukrainians. Susan, thank you for all of that. That was an exquisite moment and timing. As Susan Ormiston there at the training in Kent, England, with Canadian soldiers very much playing key roles.